Hello.
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 Is it me you're looking for?
Not really. Probably.
No.
I should.
Was it something in your eye?
Is there something in your eye? Yeah, those are the words. Right, let's do this as we usually do, because it's been a bloody while, hasn't it? So, welcome. You are here with your host. It's Mr. BudgetPedalChap, and that is me. You are also here with a guy that rhymes with me. It's Lee. Yep, 2 thumbs up is great for an audio podcast. And you are also here.
He just thought about it.
Yeah. Oh dear, we're doing one of these ones. You're also here with
sign language, okay?
Mr. Will Powell of A Rocket Complex. Say hi, Will.
Hello. Hi, Will.
Hi, Will.
Taking Matt's thing.
Yeah. He's not here. It's fine. You can steal that.
Right, let's give a shout out to people already saying hello. Hi, Andy. Everyone else in the comments, if you just say what you want to say on there, and we'll get you in as much as we can through here.
We will do.
So say hello, and we'll say hi back.
We've got an action-packed podcast this week. However, we do want your input with this because we've got quite an exhaustive list of certain NAMM products. We've only got our own opinions to go by, so let us know in the comments how you feel about this trend. But we're not going to get onto that just yet because we've got to warm it up, haven't we? We've got to ease into it. And like I said, it's been this is the first live one that we've done of the year, and it's almost the end of the first month. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it wasn't for lack of trying, but we just things happened, really, didn't they?
We had a budget poorly chap.
Yeah,
and I felt budget pedal crap.
That's brilliant.
I wish I had sound effects on here that I could just play. I should probably set that up.
You need a massive red button with just dad joke alert. Dad joke alert.
My name is not Donald Trump. Okay, I don't need a massive red button.
Indeed, yeah. I think he shouldn't be allowed a red button either. But that is for another time in another place. Now you're looking more like Donald Trump.
Right, okay, right. So, plan of action today is we'll go through what we've been up to quickly, and then we have a bit of a special, really, don't we?
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's NAMM focused, but there was a trend with NAMM that we want to kind of address and have a look at some of these products. But first things first, why don't we do our Wubuntus? Who wants to go first, Lee or Will? Will or Lee?
I don't even know what I've been up to, mate.
That's a great start. So, Will...
Well, yes, I will go, seeing as I was conscious for the last week. So this week I launched a new song with a Rocket Complex called Freshen Up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you, man. The response to it has been really fantastic. For anyone who doesn't know, it is kind of a comedy song. We've been advertising it as the song you need if you ever encounter a pushy cologne salesman in your local dive bar.
I mean, it's all about working the niches, and you've really honed in on the tiniest niche there. But hey ho.
Yeah, well, he's focused in on these poor chaps whose only job seemingly is to go into smelly bathrooms with a lot of drunk men at weekends, very, very late, and to try and make a few quid. And the
thing is that pisses me off about it is it's not even real cologne that they sell.
No, it's...
No. But the funny thing is, some people were like, does that even happen? Is that real? And then the night we launched the single, we all went out to celebrate. And I went home around midnight and stuff because, I'm getting near to my 30s. So, you can't really last that long on a night out anymore.
Too true.
So, yeah. But then I got a video text, like a video sent to me at 1:30 in the morning of one of my friends in a bathroom with one of those guys.
Nice.
We should say for people who have just joined us, because I just saw, just as you said that, Mr. John Woodham joined in. You said, I've got a picture of a friend in a bathroom with one of those guys. We're talking about the freshen up guys who like come and spray aftershave on you when you go into the toilets in a club.
So funny.
Yeah.
But the song's done really, really well. This whole sort of EP, we have 4 songs to bring out this year.
Yeah.
So this is the first one we're doing. But my writing style changed from an insular point of view to an external point of view. So I started writing more about a song that everyone can relate to. So like a shared common experience rather than like...
She broke my heart.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people have heard that before, but people haven't heard a song about one of the guys trying to sell you cologne before. But everyone knows about it. That's the thing.
John Woodham said, it was a bit strange. That's a good shout.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, when you mentioned the cologne guy, sorry.
Cologne guy.
In the bathroom, he comes and gets you.
Yeah, it just reminded me. There's a thing that goes around Facebook every so often where like people send out like Facebook messages and tweets where they're trying to spell certain things and they do it completely different.
Oh yes,
yeah. I love the smell of his colon.
That
one, isn't it?
Like I've just woke up and sniffed my pillow and it smells like his colon. And you just like that was a bit of a night, that was, wasn't it? Then that's the case.
I tell you, the funniest one for me is if you go on Twitter and you search the word defiantly.
Yeah,
and people go on there and they misuse it for definitely. And it's like
defiantly.
The sentences you can construct is like, I will defiantly go get an orange soda later. It's like, oh, fuck, all right.
I will go against all of my natural instincts and
all of my natural instincts.
Oh dear. So what Will and I are talking about doing is doing a bit of an interview, maybe live streaming it, putting it onto YouTube, these sort of things. So where Will's going to go through what gear you used for the song.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that sounds really good. Yeah. But,
sorry, we didn't
I'll
tell
be
you about that.
down to watch that. Yeah, it's news to me. That is news.
How did that news come across to you? Do you feel that it was authentic? Do you feel it was natural?
Yes. I don't know. You've also got a bit of
giving you the hot takes, the newsiest news, fresh off the presses.
Yeah, that's it. You've also
that's
got
what the cologne salesman said. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm you, William. Sorry, Lilium.
Lillian. That's my auntie. I've got an auntie, Lillian.
That's it. So, Will, you've got there's a competition going on that kind of revolves around your video, Freshen Up, isn't it?
I've got them here with me right now. So, in Freshen Up, we actually made our own cologne bottles. Here is one of them. Put it very close to the camera.
That's it.
Right bit.
So we used these as props in the music video.
Yep.
And then we had the song lyrics on these cologne bottles throughout the video. So we are running a little competition that if you would like to win one of these props that we used in the music video, all you have to do is go find a Rocket Complex on any of the streaming services that you use, add our new track Freshen Up to a playlist, and then send us a DM on Instagram or wherever, with a screenshot of it being in a playlist, and then you're entered. That's it. And then on February 10th, we will give away these 4 cologne bottles as props.
Can I be brutally honest?
Yeah, go on, man.
I can't work out whether that's better or worse than the Gwyneth Paltrow candle.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Don't smell
this
like
is just
colon.
water and blue food coloring. There's nothing in this. It just smells like water.
Better than.
So it's authentic then. It's authentic.
Yeah, it's
bathroom cologne.
Authentic to the guys. Yeah. So we had toyed with making our own cologne. And we had toyed with selling these bottles, but we thought, you know what? I think it would just be really cool just to give them away, because it's just a funny thing. We've got a set because we made, I think, 10, and and we've got set, and I've got like friends who want to keep them and stuff, and like me and Nate want to keep like one each, just so it's like, yep, that we did that as a thing, and they might turn up in the next A Rocket Complex music video as well.
Oh, like a little Easter egg, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
Just
man.
to clarify,
That's what we're gonna do.
Nate is the drummer of A Rocket Complex.
Oh yes, he is. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we would have cracked that mystery there, Lee.
But yeah, so if you're interested, just send us a DM on Instagram at A Rocket Complex, and you can have one of these extremely silly cologne bottles. You have the choice of Freshen Up, Lollipop. This one's for Lee. It's weird. And this one's for Adam. Not even fine.
Oh. Well, you're not wrong.
There you go.
You invite a dude on your bloody group, and
That's it. I'm getting mixed messages. First, he's asking me to slide into his DMs, and then he's telling me I'm not even fine.
Right, okay.
You guys are good sports.
Adam, what have you been up to, man?
Like since the last podcast, we podcasted very, very late on Friday night. So, since then, absolutely bugger all. In fact, actually, I've done one thing which kind of ties in with the podcast itself. We finally got around to setting up the bloody Patreon.
Yes.
That's now a thing.
Hey!
Hey! So, I mean, if you do want to get involved with that, it's patreon.com/frettalk, which is cool that URL wasn't taken. So, yeah, we've set it up with a tier system, because that's unfortunately how Patreon works. What I was looking to do was kind of set up throw in whatever value you want, just to kind of support us along with the running and the advertising budget of the Fret Talk podcast. Unfortunately,
that wasn't like that, does it?
There's what? Sorry.
It doesn't work like that. You have to set fees, and they add their own like pound to it or something as well, don't they? Yeah.
So that you have to set tiers for it. So what I did, I put like three tiers, which I thought like they're pretty common values. So I've done like a $2 tier, I've done a $5 tier, and a $10 tier, and they all stem from what Matt said on the first time that we were talking about the Patreon, because he says like with a few podcasts they've got like buy the guys a beer as like a tier. So I've taken that and run with it. So we've got buy the guy like the first one's buy the boys a beer is the $2, and then the $5 is buy the boys an expensive beer, and then the $10 is buy the boys a crate. But essentially,
buy the guys a what?
A crate.
A crate.
Oh, I thought you said a grape.
Yes, I did.
Just
I
one.
thought it was like Birmingham talk for a wine or something.
Yeah, just the one grape.
Wait, do we have to split it 4 ways?
What, the grape?
Yeah, we just get one grape.
No.
Between the 4 of us.
We'll do a timeshare.
It'll be a boring night.
So 1 month I get the grape.
Timeshare the grape.
The next month you get the grape. Yeah.
However much we would love for this money to be going towards the beer and grapes, it's not. It is basically just to grow the Fret Talk group.
Yeah, so it explains it on the Patreon that it's essentially there as a way for you guys to get involved and support the podcast. And we've got three Patreons already. Literally, I set it up this afternoon, and we've got 3. We've got Andrew, who's in the comments, Andrew Bimpson.
Andrew, lovely, well done, mate. Woo!
He was the first guy, so he popped our Patreon cherry. He was a very tender and sensitive lover. So that was brilliant. We've got Adam Yeomans, who we've talked about a couple of weeks ago. He's my pal, who we took on a very expensive guitar trip. And we've got Doug Christ as well, who he's amazing in our podcast group. He creates all of the memes, and he's made Matt look extremely sexy on more than one occasion. So,
God, must be talented.
he's a very talented memester. So yeah,
I might have a word. See what you can do with this.
Well, that's now the challenge. There you go, Doug.
we've raised the bar there.
So yeah, we've got a few patrons who are supporting us. So within the next couple of weeks, maybe month or so, we're gonna start using that to push the advertisement budget for the Freight Talk podcast.
Yeah,
and get it out there.
This is a legit question that I'm hoping for, but like with a lot of the other shows, they do like this. At the end, they'll be like the our executive producers, or someone who gets a shout out at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Are we doing that for the patrons?
Yeah. I mean, I think we can class what I've just done, where I've named them all individually
for this
as a
week,
shout out. But yeah, we'll do an official kind of thing, because it's nice to know who are the guys who are making this thing possible.
Who's keeping the light on, and who's helping us timeshare a grape?
That's it. Yeah.
I'm sure we shout out for people who've just joined us. Give us a hello in the comments, and ask questions and these sort of things. We're going to be discussing some really interesting stuff very shortly.
Indeed. After Lee tells us what you been up to this week, mate.
Do you know what? It's not just this week. It's like quite a long time, and just setting up today's live stream has completely wiped my mind, because it was just like, because you guys were like, hey, yeah, what have we been up to, and these sort of things, and I've not been talking about it. I've just been like, what else do we need? And it's completely just like blown my mind trying to get all that sorted. Have I told you I've set up my pedal board? I haven't I?
Well, yeah, that was the last podcast where you were all you'd literally all done rewires of your pedal boards, and mine are still, they're there.
So, really, the next few things that I've got that I'm doing, I've sold a couple of pedals. Well, I've sold a pedal. I'm going to be selling a couple more, and they're going to be funding a couple of other bits and pieces. One is going to be the Wazzares, because they are brilliant, and for what I need indoors, I don't want any other amps. Because my wife doesn't like the look of the amps indoors. I don't want to have amps and headphones and these sort of things, and I know you can get around things with that, but then you've got the wires of plugging in the guitar and that sort of thing. The idea of just being able to pick up my guitar and it automatically connects to the guitar, to the headphones, and then I can just sit there, play it, put it down, all switches off. It's perfect for indoors, especially when you've got young kids. Absolutely perfect.
It's very convenient, isn't it? Very convenient. And having an amp around, I can attest to this, that my little lad, he loves just messing with settings. Loves coming in here and, turn all the fucking treble off.
Don't need any of that.
Got a wire on or something? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm like, is my tone control off? No, it's definitely not. Where's all the frequencies? This sounds really shit. And I find out he's flattened the entire EQ, and it's like,
you know what you need? You need either
a lock is what I need.
This, which is a lock. Can you see it?
No. Once again, this is fantastic podcast material, isn't it?
This. So these are made by a gentleman in the US, and he makes them for all sorts of people like Steve Stevens and stuff. He's really well connected, but effectively this one goes on and it makes it difficult to turn it. So when you turn it, you see it breaks away from that.
Oh yeah,
you have to push it down.
Toothed.
Yeah, exactly. So you push it down and then you can turn it, or it's
a bit like the Ibanez tone lock pedals, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Very similar sort of idea. But this one, it doesn't turn at all. All it does is it screws on to, it goes over the shaft and then screws on to where the nut goes on. So
there's a lot of dirty words there, mate. A lot of dirty words to unpack.
All intentional, mate. All intentional. So what happens is you set your amp up how you like it, pull the knob off, put this over, put this knob on.
And you expecting me not to react to this?
Yeah. No, entirely. I'm expecting you to react to it. Go on. What have you got to say?
That's pretty much it, isn't it? I mean,
How long are we going? Because this is our now time to knob.
Right, we're 20 minutes in. The other thing that I'm looking to get soon is going to be about what we're talking about next. So I don't want to spoil it. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, the pedalboard amps.
Yep.
Thank you for spoiling it. Because we had a whole thing that we wanted to say. It was the year of the Flamp.
It is the year of the Flamp, and I reckon that is a brilliant way to segue into this. NAMM this year, there was quite a variety of things. There's some really cool stuff happening. I think we've mentioned the Epiphones. There's like a new Squire range as well. There's quite a few guitars, quite a few pedals. But the thing that really stood out is the fact that these like strange pedalboard power amp hybrid kind of things have been cropping up, and not just by not by one or two manufacturers. There's a metric fuck ton of them. So we were talking about it before, and we decided to call this the NAMM special, in parentheses, the year of the Flamp. So let's kick off with it. What are we doing first? Are we doing it in the order that I gave you? Or
should we talk about what it is? What a pedalboard amp is?
What a Flamp is?
Yeah, or a pub amp.
Nah, that one sucks. It's got to be Flamp.
The problem with talking about what they all do is, even though they're like in the ballpark of each other, they all do very different things.
But they all have a thing, because they're all amps. So it's same as like every amp that you can buy is going to be slightly different. They're all still amps, aren't they? So let's say they're all amps and they all go on your pedal board.
Yeah,
so
I think that was pretty self-explanatory by the fact that they're floor amps. But yeah, so if we talk about the specs of a couple, you'll get the idea of kind of what categorises them. So the first one it's actually a continuation. This is the Blue Guitar Amp X. So Thomas Blug has made various ones in the past. I mean, the Amp 1, the Iridium as well. He did, didn't he? Like the metal version of it. No, this new one, the Amp X, is like the Big Daddy version of it. So what we got? So the controls on it: 3-band EQ, volume, gain, presence. It's got an amp selection, so you've got 4 different amp models essentially, which are clean, vintage, classic, and modern. And it's got a boost function, a mid boost, modulation, and verb. So it's almost like it's almost like an analog version of a multi effects in that sense, or like a fly rig. However, this also comes with a nanotube powered 100-watt amp built into it essentially. So this is like the one-stop shop for pedalboard ampery.
It's really small as well. I'm just looking at it for the first time. Versus his other ones, that's a lot smaller.
No, it's bigger, isn't it? I thought it was.
I
saw a picture. Of him.
Put a picture up.
It's about the width of a pedal board, isn't it?
Oh right, okay.
Because it's got...
There it is. Yeah, so the other ones only have a couple of foot switches on them. So the other ones have. Let me just go back and have a look. The other ones tend to have 3 switches on. This has 6. So ultimately, it does look like it could well be twice the size. Because they look like they're similar sort of spacings, maybe a little bit less, but it's almost twice the depth, maybe a tiny little bit higher as well.
And it's
cool.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the nanotube tech being brought in. In fact, I'm confusing that. Nanotube is different than new tube.
Yes,
it is. Yeah, it is.
So nanotube is still using a thermodynamic valve in like a glass sleeve, whereas a new tube it's basically the same as. how do I explain this? It's like a TV display kind of technology.
Okay, yeah.
That's how they've done the valve part of it.
Yeah.
So it's still a transistor because a valve is essentially a really low-tech transistor.
Yeah, it's like the pre-transistor when it was...
Yeah, but neither of them have to run at huge plate voltages to be able to do what a transistor does. So that means that they can be much smaller, much less heat, much less power requirements, so they can be put in a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. And as a kind of nod to the original one, there were quite a few people who rated the original amp one from Moog. So if this is a continuation from that, I am expecting some really good things. Unfortunately, I didn't hear a demo on this.
A demo of it,
but,
yeah. I've just seen another really cool feature is that you can buy additional, like what they're calling X-Wings. Yeah, I know. That's what they're additional things that you can put on the side of the unit, which are either extra switches or a treadle that either a wah or control over an effect.
Okay.
That is really cool. And also, finally, a effect pedal that has come out in 2020 that has Univibe on it. Yes.
Woo! Oh, is that part of the mod?
Yeah, that's part of the mod section.
Do we know what other mod bits are in it?
Chorus, phaser, flanger, univibe, delay, and reverb.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And onboard effects include compressor, boost, overdrive, fuzz, and tremolo.
I'm just looking at it here, and in the picture, viewers, you can see that it says blue guitar, and you can see where it says Ampex and these sort of things. By the looks of things, that actually folds down.
Yes, yeah, there's a
flappy up bit,
a hinged flap, so that you can get to controls underneath the hinge as well. Did forget that actually. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that.
There's even an built-in power soak on it as well.
That's underneath the hinge, isn't it?
It's got aux in and
I'd love to try
out as well. That's interesting. That's nice. It's got your USB in. This looks very nice. I like the wooden bits on the side, like the old Moog pedals.
Oh yeah. The
nice.
Classy.
The TC June.
Juno.
Well, the more recent release,
June 60.
The June. Yeah, they've got that aesthetic as well, haven't they? And they look really, really classy.
Yeah, they do. They do look nice, like the 70s sort of retro look. It's nice. The knobs on this are very Fendery, like the black top hat sort of get up. But it still has a different. You still got like the modern classic. I can't see what the one that's lit up is, and you've got the clean different channels. I wonder if it's got the. I wonder if it's got a switch to like make it sound like the Iridium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've got on top is we have clean, vintage, crunch, and overdrive.
Of course, it was crunch. Yeah.
And then we got a knob for boost, a knob button for mid push.
Yeah.
Gain, volume. Bass, mid, treble, presence, and then 2 buttons for mod or delay. A knob specifically for reverb, and a master control.
So it seems all encompassing, doesn't it? And
it seems all featuring. Yeah, there.
I've played the original one quite a bit. It belongs to a guy over at PMT actually. We were talking about PMT earlier. He's let me try his a few times, and it sounds really nice.
Yeah, they say that they respond really authentically as well for being such a small and largely digitally based unit.
Don't judge a floor amp by its size.
Well, I mean,
That's the idea.
So, I mean, that's the kind of benchmark that we're sticking up against with these floor units, and I believe that the outputs on these have got impulse response. on the outs as well.
There was on this as well, so you can run this direct into a PA if you need to, or you can have a cab on stage.
Yeah, and
sorry, can I chuck in some of the comments?
Yeah, that would be beautiful. Yeah.
So we've got comments saying looks like an old Atari console. It does. The old 2600, absolutely. My first ever computer. I love that thing. Didn't Strymon start all of this off this year? Last year, and with the Iridium, but they didn't start it all off. We'll mention in a minute what really started. Well, not necessarily started it off, but because I think Line 6 kicked it off because they really
with a stomp
Helix.
Well, I would have said for the floor based amp, the Iridium was a response to the stomp. Because the stomp was very much just a small compact unit where you could have the
still a Helix though.
But again, like the Helix was competing with like the Kemper and the other one.
The stomp came out after the one we were going to talk about maybe next or whatever, but the Milkman. Do you want to move on to the Milkman?
Oh, fuck. The Milkman's right at the bottom, but yes, we shall do. So, the Milkman
flows, doesn't it? Let's let me pull up that one then.
That one came out just before NAMM. It was announced just before NAMM, but it kind of
it came out last NAMM. It came out last year.
There's two different models.
So this is the Milkman 100. Yeah,
came out last NAMM. And that was 25 watts, I think, from memory. And this one,
50.
The amp 100, and it's 100 watts.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So the new one is basically like a more substantial version of the original one, which was the Milkman, the amp. So this is 100 watt Class D power section, which you're gonna find with a lot of these floor amps because it's easier to do, isn't it? To have Class D power amp in this.
I believe I'll tell you, they all use of the old one. So I'm gonna
of the white one.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll put up a new picture in a second, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Whilst you're doing that, I think this is really interesting point to talk about all of these is Class D power sections are often bought as a module.
Yeah.
So you can buy them off the shelf. You don't need to engineer your own.
Yeah.
And often a lot of companies go for the 100 watt one in these types of situations because 100 Class D solid state watts is kind of not comparable to a 100 watt Marshall.
Oh yeah, completely.
But you can get, and it's usually at high impedances, so something like 4 ohms is where you'll get that 100 watts. And as soon as you start stepping down that impedance, that's when you are starting to lose a lot of power.
Yeah, you get the truer kind of truer impression of what those wattages will refer to in terms of actual output.
Yeah.
So even though a lot of these are boasting like big wattages, but there's one later on actually that doesn't do that, and it in terms of like the power output, it's seemingly much less, and it's good that you mentioned that actually. So this specific one is the 100 Class D plus. It's also got an inbuilt boost. So this one
boost.
Yeah, so it's got this one. In fact, the controls on this one are slightly less comprehensive than the Moog. So volume, treble, and bass. You've got reverb. Then there's the decay, and then the boost, and then there's an overall master. So it's not a full 3-band EQ, which is interesting. Okay.
I'll tell you what, looking on the website where I just talked about the wattage drop situation, this amp isn't just 100 watts, it's 200 watts.
Yeah, a lot of the Class Ds are. So what happens is as you drop the ohms, as you increase the ohms, it drops out. But in order to battle that, they start quite high.
Yeah, so if you have a cabinet or some sort of load that will be 4 ohms, you can get 200 watts out of one of these.
Yeah.
100 watts in 8 ohms and 50 watts in 16 ohms.
Which
any of that is enough.
Should be all right. So it means it's going to have a decent enough headroom for.
Yeah.
Which I assume what a lot of these are aiming towards is the like clean platform pedal.
Yeah, because most Class Ds don't sound good when they are driven too hard.
Yeah.
They don't have like a proper power section, a 2 power section on an amp. When we crank it, we like the sound of power 2 breakup. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
But with Class D, it's more linear, which means that it's a bit harsher. So the idea is to have as much headroom as possible so that you don't get any sort of power amp distortion from the Class D.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would come in here and say you do have your traditional foot switches, as you can see, but because it's an amp, you don't want to be turning it off with a foot switch because that would just be really annoying.
Yeah.
You know, even when you're not playing for it, you want your valves to stay warm and these sort of things. So the switches on the amps tend to have little features, such as this one's got built-in reverb, and the second foot switch on this is a boost.
The boost, yeah.
This is quite cool because you're boosting directly at the amp.
And that also means you have one less pedal that you need on your board. Well, yeah, because you've got the reverb built in there as well. So, yeah.
A great thing about the reverb as well, actually, apparently it's a dual control, so you can switch between 2 different modes.
Is it?
Yeah. But it's so even though it's a Class D power amp section, it's still valve power. It's got a 12 AX7 in the pre. So it's a hybrid system.
Is it just one valve in it?
I would assume so. Yeah.
It says pushing the 12 AX7 tube, so there's only one.
Okay.
Which, to be honest, means that's pretty good from if you ever need to service it. Preamp tubes don't die as often as power amp tubes do.
Yeah.
So
and
that's pretty good.
It's kind of harking back to the kind of late 80s, early 90s where you had the valve state style amps. I think you had like the Marshall AVTs, but there was also like Vox Valvetronics or something like that, where they had like a valve power preamp.
Sorry, mate, go on.
I was going to say this now 20 years on they're going to have refined that quite nicely.
Bloody hope so, because they weren't good. Well, some of them weren't bad. I would have liked to have seen on this remote out for the reverb and for the boost, and then you could just have it sitting underneath, maybe with a little square cut out your pedal board, so you got access to the EQ. But that's what I'm imagining in the future. I'm imagining that you'll have a little recess that you can pop open, you can adjust your amp, and then put it back down. That'd be nice.
A sort of another tier above? Are you saying that people should
stick it underneath and then just like have a bit of your pedal board that flips up?
Yeah, a bit that flips up, you say, and then maybe a lid to go on top.
But only, I know what you're saying, because you can flip it on a lot of things, but only for access to those controls.
Adam knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There's a certain array for that kind of pedal board, isn't there?
Sounds like
there's some sort of array. Yeah.
Don't know how to talk. Some Schmidt, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think. In terms of like if we're kind of versing off against the two, the Milkman, the original one had a trem built in as well, the smaller version. So this seems to be slightly less feature rich, but as we say, at a wattage where it's probably going to be more useful across the board.
Comments have pointed out a reoccurring feature with this.
What we're saying?
What a reoccurring feature with this and the last one?
What's that?
Wooden sides again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think.
Well, I tell you why that might be. Maybe designers are trying to go for that rustic theme. Like it's still kind of an organic thing. Instead of it just being behind you, it's at your feet now. So.
Maybe there's one chap who designs the aesthetics for all of them. And he's
Maybe. Yeah, there's one guy.
And he had to get all these projects done on one Friday afternoon.
Steve Flamp is his name.
Flamp Aesthetics and Design.
Oh, you got to talk to Mr. Flamp about this.
It's his business, yeah. He bought up a load of like wooden sides. He was like, "What the fuck am I going to do with these? I know I could sell that too." Right there. Now, one that definitely doesn't have wooden sides. Let's go for the Victory. The Victory V4 Duchess preamp, although it was stated as preamp on the news article that I read, but it is definitely it's a floor unit power amp. So similar things based on the Victory Duchess, of course. So again, 3-band EQ. So this one's looking pretty good in terms of features. We've got inbuilt verb and tremolo. There's an effects loop as well, which quite useful if you're using it as a preamp. So you can run your additional modulations and time-based effects and whatnot through there. Maybe running a boost into it as well. What we got? We've got balanced out. We've got 180 watts of Class D power
into 4 ohms.
Into 4 ohms again. Yeah.
But they're making a cab to go with it, which is using a neodymium Celestion. But they're not making it. They've made it. Yeah, the copper back. And that is designed to give you the full power of it, and it's a 1/12.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like a 1/12. Apparently, I've not heard that. I've heard this amp. I've not heard that cab. At least I don't think I did. But yeah, that's pretty interesting, because a lot of these people will say, "Oh, like it does this into 4 ohms." You're like, no one's got any 4 ohm cabs. No one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the people who do.
No one.
4 stringers.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, us bass players, heathens. But then obviously you won't want to put a guitar amp into one of those. That'll be far too full frequency.
Yeah, I don't know. My pal. In fact, Adam Yeoman's one of the patrons. He started guitar, and his practice amp was a bass amp. So he'd run pedals into it because he had no gain on it. But it sounded fantastic because it had this like really rich bottom end that practice amps at that wattage just don't get.
I think that makes sense, because when you play small amps like that, the one thing most of the time they're lacking is any kind of low end.
Yeah, because they sound really boxy because they start from the mid-range up, don't they?
Yeah, I've never liked like a 1/12 combo. I remember playing a friend's Orange, and I was just like, God, this shite.
I tell you what, as the amp gets smaller as well, the tendency is to have an open back, and that's the worst move.
Yeah,
you want an infinite baffle on there, so you can get any amount of guaranteed low end.
Yeah, you want to focus it, don't you, rather than just the low end farting out the back.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. It's just sounded like a waffling noise, I should say. Not. I
thought you were going to say it sounded like a waffle iron or something like that.
It sounds exactly.
How does something sound like a waffle iron?
It sounds exactly like a fluffy waffle. Belgian or just American? Yeah, it's one kind of waffle.
Fairly interesting on this, and let me just double check it. But it's a Duchess V4, isn't it? V4.
It is.
You have got remote switches on the back of it, which is cool. I'm just going to see if it's for both the tremolo and the reverb, because
it's for trem from memory.
It is for trem. That's a shame. It would be good to be able to switch the reverb on and off.
Lee, I must say is, since you have acquired the ES8, you have, well, from me, you also have gained my love for remote controlling pedals.
That needs to be switched.
I've got a switcher here that I've had for years. Don't know if you can see it. This just happens to be in front of me. So but it only has 6 inputs, and it only has I can't order switch on it, so that's why that's one of the reasons I wanted the ES8. But I've always I had this before I even knew what one of these were.
Before it was cool.
Yeah. Let me be a remote pedal switching hipster.
I had this before I even had pedal boards of doom.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say I had this before I had pedals.
Yeah, I just like the switches. Yeah.
Now what do I do? So yeah, you have got a few outs on it, but you've got the sender return, as we said. You've got a 9-volt out, 500 amp power out, so you can power other pedals. But if you want to power more than one, you will require daisy chaining. But if you wanted to run this and maybe one or two other pedals just into like a delay into the effects loop or something like that, that's perfect.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'd say if you had this not as a amp on the floor next to you, and you had it next to the cab, you could have a couple pedals that you had on just as a like on cab rig.
Yeah.
So you could have your delay, and you can have the chorus or something in the effects loop, or as the first pedal. If it's always on, if you always have something always on, it might as well be on the cab anyway. So
yeah, there's no need to have it readily available to switch it on.
Yeah.
And on. Yeah,
I know it's not supported by the Gig Rig because they often don't support other people using other products going with Gig Rig, but you can use something like a distributor or a isolator with that output, I would imagine, because it's just going to be a daisy chain out. And then you might be able to get isolated from that point. But it might be worth trying. I can't guarantee it will super work, but it might be worth trying.
I would like to have seen maybe if they were going to go down this route. I said, I hope they don't mind me saying, but I would have liked to have seen maybe 6 isolated outs on the back of it, because that would have been really good.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Would have saved a lot of space on your pedal board, because
you don't need a power brick, and it's also just one IEC cable into that, and that's all you need to do. So it's like power brick can be sold. It simplifies the whole rig.
Yeah,
indeed.
It's been amazing.
Right. The one thing I want to address with this, which is a little bit of an oversight for what I would potentially use it for, is the outs on this don't have an out with an IR attached.
Yes. So the reason they said they weren't going to do it is one, Victory's more of a classic sort of engineering sort of background.
Yeah.
So they aren't of the cutting edge, and I don't think they.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily
shocked
say
to be saying that.
Because like lunchbox heads, they really took them and flew with them, and that no one else was doing that, and they are.
But what I mean is they engineer existing technology
in a classic
to be better.
way, rather than looking to pioneer the newest tech.
You think about how Martin's gone ahead and used these new valves, which like not been used for music before, and he's kind of like re-engineered them so they sound like X7s and 12X7s and these sort of things. I wouldn't. He might not be doing innovation in necessarily a way like you'd see on Star Trek or something. Yeah. By the way, Picard is awesome, right? But
I haven't seen it yet. I'm really excited.
But
got a bit of a
it is
Picard
innovation.
God damn it!
No, thank you.
It is innovation in other ways, that they are going down the pedalboard amp route, which not everyone's doing, which is innovation. They are repurposing these tiny military grade valves, which not everyone's doing. Well, no one's doing that other than them. They wanted to make it kind of future proof, and I think that's what you were coming to, wasn't it, Will?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, is that what my point is with that is saying that you don't go to Victory for DSP.
Yeah.
You don't go to Victory for any sort of digital products. That's not who they are. They engineer real electronics, like physical things, and but that's who
real
they are.
British electronics,
and that's great. And that's why I like them. Because they're making the tube amp better.
They're refining. They're refining the product rather than looking to innovate in new areas. You'd look to Line 6 for like technology pushing, whereas companies like Victory, and there are others out there as well, are looking to refine and make the best possible product with what we've got.
And the thing is about IRs is whilst that field is now established, it is the way that guitarists interact with IRs is so drastically different from a year ago from today. So that market is incredibly volatile, and it turns over quite quickly. So
let them plug into a 2 notes, and we'll just have this. I think it keeps the price down a little bit, although this isn't as cheap as others that might have IRs in them, or it might be about the same sort of price. But I can say for certain that it sounds bloody awful. No, it sounds bloody awesome is what I was going to say.
The thoughts and opinions of Lee may not necessarily...
Oh, good Lord.
No, it does sound, it sounds really, really good.
Yeah. And I remember you actually mentioning it to us and actually saying how blown away you were by the fact that it's a tiny little unit, but it sounds as big as the regular amps. And
obviously, I didn't let it slip about it until it had been announced. But as soon as it had been announced, I was like, "This is the amp I've been wanting to tell you about."
It's. I watched that video when it first came out. I was really eager because they put it out on Instagram. They were gonna release it that week, so I was tied to my emails being like, where is my notification? But as soon as it came out, I watched it twice, and I was amazed at that product. My one insight though is as soon as it went up on the Victory website, they've categorized it, and this is just I don't know anything about any sort of amps coming out for them, but I have a good track record of guessing what they're going to do by accident. They have listed on their website that these are V4 guitar amps, plural. And that makes me excited.
Ooh.
Makes me very
excited. I cannot confirm nor deny anything.
Yeah, because Victory, they make more than one amp, don't they? So
They do. They have several categories of amplifier.
So this particular one is in the realm of our Fenders. Then they have others that are more Marshall-like, and they have others that are more
they've got one that's
high gain.
They've got the one that's a bit like an AC, haven't they? I've been talked about that one.
VC35.
Yeah, VC35.
Yep.
Which they've also released in a 100-watt version at NAMM as well. So that's news for you as well. But we're kind of skipping over that a little bit there. Sorry, Adam, what'd you say?
I don't know. Did I say something?
I thought so.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll move on to the next one because we've stroked the egos of Victory enough there. Let's move on to the Orange Terror Stamp.
I don't like the name of it. It sounds like a really scary picture of the Queen.
Whereas the Duchess looks like a furry picture.
The Duchess's artwork is amazing.
Yes, it is very. Very
I'd have that as a tattoo.
So the Orange Terror Stamp, not the greatest name. So it's valve powered. It's ECC 83 in the preamp. This is the one that was slightly different. So this is a class AB transistor based power section.
Is that like the Boss one, the Boss Hot Tone? No, Hot Tone. It was called the Hot One. No, what the bloody hell was that Boss one called?
What are you talking about?
There's a Boss...
the Next Tone.
Next Tone, yeah.
The next one. Sure, why not? Yeah.
So that wasn't like a Class D, that was Class AB, but
it was Class AB, yeah. It was, yeah. So this is 20 watts, but it's 20 watts of Class AB transistor power amp.
Is it any valves in it at all?
Yes.
There's one in the preamp.
As I mentioned, it's ECC 83. So it's kind of hybrid amp. It's very bare bones on the controls though. So it's a really small pedal, but it's got volume 1 and volume 2, shape and gain, which is I imagine it gives you the orange sound and nothing much else. So it's going to be quite comparable to like the Micro Dark and the Micro Terror, I assume.
Yeah. I would imagine it's extremely close to those platforms.
And if it goes in the same sort of lines as what happened there, then there's going to be a whole range of these.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you?
Yep.
So
that'd be cool.
It's got a line out that also doubles up as a send and a return. So I'm assuming you can either use it as a line out or an effects loop. It's got a headphone out with cab sim, and then it's got an 18 or 16 ohm speaker out as well.
Yeah. The thing with this one that was very different from any of the others that we're looking at is that this doesn't have an IEC in, and the power requirements for it are much, much lower than the other ones. Mm-hmm. So, unlike this, you'll have an external power brick that you'll need for this one. So you'll still need a power supply for your pedalboard or wherever you're keeping this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
15 volts at 2 amps. So you won't be powering that from your power brick.
No, the gig rig generator might do it.
Center positive as well.
If it's constant. Oh, center positive.
So you can use a swappy thing on that.
Yeah, you can use an inverter.
The old swappy thing.
The old swappy thing. Yeah.
So yeah, possibly not the most not the most power friendly. But like, who out of us doesn't use like multiple power supplies and an extension when they're gigging?
You know what it is friendly to, though, don't you? Your wallet.
How much
Have
is
a guess.
£249.
£95.
Do you know what? You guys are flittering on the either side of it. It's 150 quid.
That is
all right.
That's.
I'd pay that for that, because you paid like 150 quid for a Klon copy.
Yeah. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to run a stereo rig from my pedalboard, or to have a slightly smaller side pedalboard with a couple of amps, a couple of floor amps in it that I can switch a few things through. That's what I'm thinking of doing, and then gigging's simple, then, isn't it?
Yeah, really simple. You just bring your board.
Yeah.
And hope there's a cab there. If not, then you can have a cab Seuss on the board and go straight into a PA.
I'm thinking of taking
line out. Yeah.
I'm thinking of taking two little 2x12s. Just taking two 1x12s.
1x12s.
And if I need to, I can put them on top of each other and have a 2x12, or I can put them either end of the stage and do it like that. So it just makes gigging so easy, so easy.
Have we got anything in the comments about this? Because I assume this one will be rather exciting for.
Not at the moment. But here's the flip side of it, right? This is going to be mostly a transistor amp. It's going to be harking back to those Marshalls like you were saying. So we've got just a valve in it. It's a bit like those old Black Star pedals. It's got a valve in it, so it must be really good. And it wasn't.
But the thing is with those is they weren't running at proper plate voltage.
That's true. Who says this is?
Whereas this is taking in 2 amp. It's like there's actually a hope that 12AX7 will be like at 400 volts.
Yeah, it's only taking in 15 volts, but obviously you can step that up. It might not. Who knows? But the Victory one has 4 preamp. Has 4 preamp valves in it. So. It swings and roundabouts. That, like you say, that is a proper amp with a Class D power amp. This is I've got a funny feeling this has got a valve in it. Say it's got a valve in it.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I could also see them having re-engineered the Micro Terra to fit in a pedalboard format.
Yeah.
I would hesitate to say that Orange is putting a valve in something just to make it say that it's got a valve, because the guys at Orange are quite smart and quite innovative.
True.
It's worth mentioning as well that along with the Orange Terra stamp, they are also doing the bass butler, which is essentially like a bass version of the floor unit. And there are a couple of companies that are doing this as well.
So it's not like a guitar butler, is it?
Not like the string butler, no.
Right.
This one's again, it's just like a floorboard, but for the bass. So like a power amp for the bass. And there's another company that's done one as well. Ashdown have done a floor, like a 200 watt floor bass bass amp. They've also done so that one's called the Ant. They've also done the Newt, which is a guitar version. So they're very similar in terms of specs. It's a 200 watt. The guitar one's got a 3-band EQ, but it's very much designed as being a pedal platform. So there's no gain on it. There's no illusion that this is going to be like a core tone that you then add to. This is definitely going to be a clean, loud platform, which I think they mentioned in the blurb on their website that it's designed for like modeling and processors. So you stick it after your HX Stomp or after like those more preamp pedals, and it then becomes loud enough to plug into a cab.
So is that just a power amp?
Well, it's a power amp, but it's also got tonal shaping on it as well.
Okay, so that's interesting. I'm looking at it now. It's quite cool. That really quite cool. Not much on the outs of it. You've got. It hardly says what anything is.
So you've got a DI out, but this is the one thing that was really good about this one as well. It was balanced out, so it's a XLR out.
Mm.
It's got a speaker out as well, and it's got headphones out. So it's got 3 different outputs for it, and each of which are functional to their role.
Very, very futuristic looking, isn't it? The design on it. I'll bring it up in a second.
I mean, weirdly enough, it reminded me of the aesthetic of Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah,
it's really strange, but
it does. No, I 100% get you on that. Oh my god, that's very good. I've got to try and find one now that I can actually. So you've got the Newt and the Ant.
Yeah. So the Ant's the bass version, the Newt's the guitar version, and it's really because the Newt especially, it's in that kind of like olive drab colour, which was quite rife in Metal Gear, and then it's got the lines as well, hasn't it? Like the really thin lines leading to like the EQ, and then it's got the toggle switch for like pads and other things. I can't remember what they were.
2 ticks, and I'll have it up on the screen for everyone. And yeah, it does look pretty bloody awesome. I've got both of them on here now. So we've got the Newt and the Ant, and yeah, it really does. The Newt in particular, because you've got those hexagons going on. It really does give that Metal Gear Solid 2 look.
Metal Gear
Snake.
Oh,
Snake.
No.
Dun, 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 dun.
Such a class game. I love it.
Oh man,
absolutely love it.
I had the Japanese demo for Metal Gear Solid 2.
So right, here's something really, really cool, and I don't know how I did it. When Metal Gear, the first game came out, I had it on a copy, and I bought it off this guy who we bought all our copied games off of, and he was like, look, take this. As soon as the English version comes out, or the American version, I will give you that one for free, and you can just play this one in the meantime.
Yeah.
I completed it in Japanese. I've no idea how I managed to do that. No idea. All I remember is Merrill's code was written on the disc, which I think it was 410.15, I think it was. And yeah, or 141.15, I think it was. But yeah, that was the only thing you needed to know, and then you just went through and tried to work out how to beat the bosses. I had no idea what was going on.
Oh bloody hell! The trick for Psycho Mantis, where you had to switch your control pad to the second port.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, and did you know there was a thing about, like, if you played other Konami games and it was saved onto your memory card, you'd be like, I see you like football.
Yeah.
I see you like Castlevania. Like that. I'm playing Death Stranding by Kojima.
Oh, right. Yeah, so I want to play that
at the moment. And oh my god, it's the trippiest experience ever. Like, it's letting that man loose with all of his creative ideas at once might be a bit too much for some people.
Yeah, well, Metal Gear Solid 2 was trippy, weren't it, right at the end? That was mental. That really was.
Every Metal Gear is.
Oh, dear.
Like,
Yeah, there was...
holy crap.
Yeah, I feel like Metal Gear 1, there was just kind of little glimpses of crazy. I mean, the fact that towards the end there's a cyborg ninja fighting a giant robot, you think this is definitely inspired by Japan. But then, oh yes, just the entire kind of last 40 minutes of Metal Gear 2 was crazy as balls.
It was a case of, didn't it all go cartoony at certain points, and it was like he was on LSD or something. It was just like
yeah. There was
absolutely
the bit where you're running around naked.
Yeah,
because
I really didn't understand what was going on. I was only young, it was about not even that old, 13, something like that. And it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just kind of caught a glimpse of like a snapshot of the conversation. We are actually a guitar podcast, so
we were just talking about Metal Gear for some reason.
I'm thinking about like doing other podcasts where it's like guitars and Star Trek, or guitars and games and something like that.
Guitar Trek is the name of that one, clearly.
Brilliant, let's do it.
So, one last thing.
Oh, no, wait, hang on. Before we move on, there's no way you can call it Guitar Trek. If you're doing a Star Trek and guitar thing, you have to say set phasers to, like, riff or something like that. It has to get phasers in there.
Yeah, set phasers to fun.
Have you ever seen, is it Daddy and Daughter pedals that do the phaser with the original Star Trek phaser as the decal on it?
No, but that sounds awesome. I'm surprised it's taken people this long to like do something.
For ages. It's Drew, isn't it? I believe it's Drew who does that. You got to check them out. He also does a clone called My Little Cloney.
Oh yeah, I have seen that one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, man. Right. Okay. So, is that the last of what we know to be the pedalboard amps that aren't digital?
Well, yes. So I was tying this one in with the pedalboard amps because this works as an ideal pair up with pedalboard amps, which is the I don't even know how to pronounce it. Dangia.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. So the Dangia Virgin Cab, which is an IR loader. And it's a single foot switch IR loader, but it allows 16 IRs to be loaded into it. So you've got 4 banks of 4 presets, and the foot switch allows you to switch between 2 different ones. So you can get like a pair of IRs that you really like, and switch between them. I think the closest thing to this that I know of on the market at the moment, without going into like kind of torpedo cab money, is the Moog radar, I think it is, and that's a single foot switch, and you have to control that individually, so it only gives one IR at a time without like bending over and manipulate it. This is coming in at a really interesting price point as well.
Sorry.
Steady on, gentlemen. So I think the Moog radar comes in at about 130-ish in English. This is coming in at $110 at the moment. That's the RRP for it.
Pretty good. Who's making that? Dan.
You don't make me say it again, Lee. Dangia.
It's not that hard to say, really, is it?
It sounds like a continent before all the continents moved.
Sounds like someone who moved to the UK and changed his name from whatever to Dan, and his name is Dangia.
Yes.
Dangia Cab Virgin?
Because no one could say his first name. cab version.
My name, Cab. Yeah.
Now, what did you say?
It's literally called Virgin Cab IR.
Virgin Cab.
Virgin Cab IR. I'm just trying to find it, and I can't spell the first word enough.
Dangier, yeah.
to actually
Everyone
Google
say
it.
hi to Stu Tate.
Now, their SEO is not great.
Wait, say hi to Stu Tate.
Hello.
Hi, Tay.
Hello. So I mean that's pretty much the floor-based stuff. But there were a couple of things I wanted to go through. Although I'm looking at the time, it's now like 9:15. We've been going for an hour and 12, pretty much. So I'd say it's probably worth wrapping it up there.
Yeah, I'd like to say that we were going to go on to like the history of the pedalboard amp and like look at like where floor based stuff started, and I noticed that there wasn't much online. You know, quite often if you look at like history of the amp or history of the guitar or history of any type of pedal, like history of the fuzz, Wikipedia is usually has loads of stuff about it, doesn't it?
History of the fuzz surely would bring up the police. when
I
the
really
police
thought you meant like Sting then. I was like, what?
Don't stand so close to me.
A police sting, yeah. I noticed there isn't much on there, so I'm wondering whether we should maybe do a special one day on the history of like how multi-effects processors came about and when they started off, and was it due to people having rack-mounted stuff controlled by a MIDI switcher or whatever, and then, you know, that going down, and was it the pod or, you know, whatever. We could go through that. I think that would be quite an interesting one to go through one day.
Yeah, I'll let you do the research for that one, Lee.
Oh, shit.
There's going to be a lot of old plastic involved.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Things that have not been touched since the early 90s.
I mean, you're saying old plastic and things that haven't been touched since the 90s. I'm sure there's various 90s supermodels we could be referring to here as well.
Oh,
true.
Man.
And on that bombshell, I'm really sad we didn't get to talk about the Thorpe pedals. I'm really sad.
Go on, then we'll give them a
Go on.
We'll give them a quick shout.
There is.
Go on.
Yeah.
So, I've closed my book. I don't know what they're called. There's the Field Marshal and the Bunker.
And that'll do.
Right.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
come on,
Okay.
let's finish.
So they
the
are
Field Marshal is the cheese sauce. It is a
it's not.
recreation of the Love Tone.
big cheese. Cheese sauce is
Big
the
cheese.
is the JHS.
No, it's not.
No, it's he's got one in the picture I just sent you.
You got the brown
it says
sauce.
cheese
No,
sauce
you got
on
the
it.
brown sauce and
Brown
you've
sauce
got
and the big cheese.
big cheese, and then they did a combined pedal which we called the cheese sauce.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's why that's on there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So so is the big cheese is the Field Marshal?
Big
then,
cheese is the Field Marshal. Brown sauce is the Bunker. So Field Marshal, 90s gated fuzz. Very, very distinct sound. It's quite an abrasive one, but it was only out for a short period of time, and they're extremely sought after pedals.
It's right up my street, that fuzz. It really is. I love pedals that you have to fight, especially fuzz pedals. You know, that's why I love the Blue Box so much. That pedal is right up my street.
And what Thorpe's done with this as well, there's a toggle switch that I can't remember exactly. So there's like normal mode, and then there's like slight mid hump mode, and then like full mid hump mode to make it slightly more.
So I think that there's four on the original. There's four switches. One is just normal. One is mid hump. One is no mids, and one is really, really aggressive mids. And the really, really aggressive one, which is usually number 4, is just absolutely mental. You put your the game right up. It's like
it's like wanting to Velcro immediately.
It's like it will only kind of like let certain bits through. It's
so
really
hugely gated
in a massive way. That's the gated one, number 4. Yeah.
And
the thing is that with these as well, that makes them very interesting, is to differentiate them, because he has said he's doing the entire line of love tone pedals.
Nice.
So he's doing all of them, and to differentiate them from the original and classic Thorpe pedals, he's doing the inside bit black, so that you know it's a recreation.
Yeah.
And as soon as he said that, I'm going to do the entire line, I was like, when the meatball comes out, me and him are going to be having a conversation.
There's a second reason that Adrian's going to be quite pleased about doing the insides dark.
What's that?
He's openly admitted that he hates photographing them because the reflections are a nightmare. And I've had to photograph these myself, and they are a fucking nightmare to photograph. Beautiful pedals, but oh my God.
They look fantastic, but they
do.
They are very
hard to read
shy.
on stage a little bit as well. You know, if you're down there and it's all sort of dark, that's
Anyway, clean, boys.
But but when the meatball comes out, that's like one of my favorite funk sounds ever. It's such a funky sound. Okay, yeah. I can't wait.
Meatball's pretty cool.
So they've also is it both? I know that the field the field bunker. The field marshal. I amalgamated them then, didn't I? So the field marshal has got an additional foot switch, hasn't it? Called the cheese switch.
Cheese and one sauce.
Bypasses it bypasses the tone section of the pedal,
which I think is set in 2 normally. So that's probably a 3-way switch, and then the switch. And the foot switch probably puts it into 4.
Brings in some tone caps,
Yeah. So on the field marshal, you've got cheese, and on the bunker, you've got a sauce switch. I'm not sure what the sauce switch does. I know more about the big cheese than I do the brown sauce, to be honest.
Yeah, the brown sauce is more of like a Marshall-inspired drive pedal. It goes Marshall and beyond, as far as I'm aware. I, for one, am very excited to be getting my hands on these because towards the end of February we're looking to go to the Birmingham Guitar Show where Adrian usually exhibits. So I will be making a beeline for the Thorpe stuff to try these out.
And we always do. Don't we?
That we do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to go and catch up with Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was nice to squeeze him in at the end. Nice to fit a bit of cheese sauce in at the end.
Indeed,
if you like.
Yeah. So that's where we should wrap up for this week, and I feel that we should probably do it quick time. If you want to catch us online, I mean, you are in the in the Pedalboards of Doom podcast group if you are watching right now, but if you're not, if you are listening to the Fret Talk podcast, be part of Pedalboards of Doom. It's amazing. One of the best groups on Facebook. It's one of the biggest that I've ever seen. It's just flat out, not even just guitar related. And the Fret Talk podcast group is also there, which directly is directly related to the podcast itself. It's a way of you getting your podcast topics sent in to us and kind of steering us on what you want to hear about. If you want to catch me online, it's BudgetPedalChap at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I also appear on the Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel. Lee, you are everything Pedalboards of Doom. So you're also running that. You're running the group, and you're also partnered up with Tone PDR.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
I thought you were having a seizure. Right, we've missed something quite big out for the end.
Go on.
Don't undersell the Patreon. Let's.
I was going to do that after these guys, mate. I was going to give that after these.
No. Do it first, and then do our goodbyes because people will sign off when we're doing our goodbyes. So do it now.
Yep.
This is a great conversation to be having.
You can edit that out. It's fine.
So yes, as Lee mentioned, quite cumbersomely, there, we have got a Patreon page now. So that's patreon.com/frettalk, where from $2 a month you can help support the podcast and make it a bigger and better place for everyone. Like we've mentioned numerous times, the bigger and better this podcast gets, the more stuff we can give away. We end up doing loads of competitions and stuff like that. So it's a direct thing for you guys. It comes back bigger and better. So it's awesome. So yeah, from $2, we've got a few tiers: $2, $5, $10. Whatever you can give, it all helps us out, and we are massively appreciative. Will, you are a Rocket Complex, where this week you have freshened up.
And we have freshened up. Yeah.
Don't forget the competition that you've got going on with that as well.
Yes, yeah. And you can catch the song on all good music streaming services right now. But if you have a moment, why not check out our music video for it? Because I think the music video for it is actually, it makes the song way better.
Well, it does. And the amount of time and effort you've put into editing that, throw the guy a like and a watch.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing. I'm out of all of my friends, and including you guys, I'm surprised people haven't started sending me screenshots of myself as the guy and being like, "What is wrong with you?"
I mean, if you're part of the Fret Talk podcast group, feel free to post your favourite screenshot of Will's face. That will be the task for the week, and that's a lovely place for us to sign off. Just before we do, as Lee said. A big shout out to our patrons, who are Andrew Bimson, who was part of the podcast, part of the live stream, Adam Yeomans, and Doug Christ. So thank you guys. You are amazing people. And all of you who have listened and watched today, massive love to you guys as well. So from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Lee, and from Will, the Rocket Complex. Oh, freshen up.
Freshen up.
It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Just so coy. That's a podcast. We're still live, guys. We're still live. Don't get your dicks out.